begun their second term.
This followed the swearing-in ceremony, which took place at the highly secured Eagle Square in Abuja. TVC News senior correspondent Femi Akonde has details.
An inauguration to remember for a president and vice president fresh out of a hard-fought election. Everyone here passed through a tedious security screening before they could gain access into the Eagle Square. An array of invited guests, service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police are here to see the swearing-in ceremony of President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. The ritual military parade of a presidential inauguration did not happen, and the president did not deliver an inaugural speech, perhaps in compliance with the announcement of a low-key celebration. After solemnly swearing an oath of allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, all eyes are on Mr. President as he steers the country through the next 4 years.
The President said in a recent interview that he will give serious consideration to security and welfare of Nigerian citizens. To me, those are the high points.
At tackling corruption, tackling the issue of job creation, a lot of our youths are out of jobs, many graduates coming out, no job. Tackling the problems in the education sector, in the health sector. So I believe that he will address them because he knows. And also agriculture, because in agriculture you can create a lot of jobs.
I think one of the biggest problems they've had in the last 4 years is their inability to send the message properly to the Nigerian populace so that everybody understands on what page we are on and the direction we're going to. First on our agenda is to ensure that the insecurity in the country is further tackled.
We must, as a country today, as from today, renegotiate our stand with World Trade Organization. Make sure that whatever can be produced or planted in Nigeria must be banned. It is time that we take our destiny by our hand. Everything that we have here must stop to be imported. Therefore, we must enhance and boost our agricultural sector.
Democracy in Nigeria is 20 years, but it has come with its troubles and triumphs. Indeed, low-key it was, but it officially activated the next level agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration as the president and the vice president hit the ground running. Expectations are also very high. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
Joining me now via Skype from Arizona, United States, is a security expert, Onai Homu. Mr. Homu, it's good to have you join us right now. I know it's quite very early in the morning where you are. But however, let's start from the inauguration. Were you surprised one way or the other? The president didn't give inaugural speech. How did it come to you?
I think it's the prerogative of the president whether he wants to give a speech or not. He's continuing on his second term. Speeches are traditional because they are kind of agenda setting, but unfortunately, I think he decided to skip because perhaps he wants to get good input from the media and from other sectors or sections of the Nigerian society, such that he can properly set his agenda for the second term. I think that's the only way I can read that. Other than he still wants to get more input, get more feedback from Nigerians on the performance on the first term, such that he can do something. Know where he's taking the country on this second term.
All right. The past few years has really had issues, security challenges where a lot of Nigerians were killed, a lot of people displaced, the numbers keep rising here and there in parts of the country, and even the issue of kidnapping. Many Nigerians from yesterday have been saying that in setting an agenda for the new administration, security should be first before other things. What do you say?
I totally agree with that. You see, security is at the center of everything we are doing in this country. All these reports of killings here and there, burnings, whole families wiped out, Boko Haram still setting off IEDs in the northeast, ISWAP attacking military installations. Those things do not do credit to the image of Nigeria. They do not do credit to the citizenry of Nigeria, because our citizens are getting killed, and it kind of takes away from the shine of the administration when the perception is that the administration is not able to protect or take care of the security of the citizens of the country. So it's a very important segment, or a very important agenda item for the government, and it should in fact be the most important agenda item for the government, because you cannot trifle with the security of Nigerians. After a while, people might start resorting to self-help, which is not good enough.
Okay, let me ask you this before I let you go. A lot of Nigerians too are saying that the security architecture or the structure of the security apparatus in the country should be rejigged one way or the other. Either this whole structure should be overhauled, or even the personnel or the heads of the different arms of the security agencies should be changed. What is your perspective of this?
Well, let's start with the personnel thing that you raised. Talking about personnel, that's just, I think that's begging the question, because that's an organizational structural problem. Headship of an organization, the value system, the policies of the individual leader, his style of leadership, and so on and so forth. I think we have seen all of these things come to play or play out in our very before here in Nigeria, where one executive failed, another one will succeed. So I think this has to be looked at within that context. But let's talk about the architecturing of security in Nigeria itself.
All right, we have to leave it here now. Onai Homo, thank you so much for joining us.